Do your sounds have flavors? Do your words or numbers have dedicated scents or personalities? Do you see color when you hear a sound? For most of us, these are silly questions, but for someone with synesthesia, these are everyday occurrences. Synesthesia is a neurological condition in which two senses are perceived simultaneously. It is the Greek word for joint perception and can involve mixing any of our senses, most commonly two, sometimes three or more. The most common form is where letters or words are seen in color. For example, on top is what most people see, letters and numbers in a simple black text. For someone with synesthesia, they would see those letters and numbers similarly colored to like what's shown on the bottom, and this is regardless of what color they're displayed as. There are other forms where your senses collide. The most frequently experienced are where letters and numbers are colored. People can also have scent associations with people and words. Several famous musicians experience this colorful combination of senses. They say making music is a visual experience for them. A few musicians with synesthesia include Pharrell Williams, Mary J. Blige, Billie Eilish, and Lorde. Here's how Lorde described her colorful ability on the Late Night with Seth Meyers.
It's called synesthesia,
Uh-huh.
and basically it's like when the senses overlap in some way. So for me, music and words kind of have colors and textures and forms, and it's like this weird abstract thing, but making music is like a really visual process for me. So.
What would you say are the colors of this album?
Oh, well, they are the colours of the, a lot of the colours in the actual cover painting itself. So
Okay,
these violets and blues.
Yeah, the cover is beautiful, and after I read that, I sort of looked at the album art, and having listened to some of the songs, I had a real understanding. Again, and I'm a muggle, I'll admit, but it did make
cool
total
muggle.
sense to me. So I will say that was you really nailed it. If
Oh,
those were the
thank
colors you were
you.
looking for.
Thank you.
What causes synesthesia? It is caused when a stimuli stimulates more than one sense in your brain, triggering multiple senses. It's like flipping a switch and both a light and a fan turn on. It can be any of your senses: hearing, seeing, touch, taste, or smell. This connection is consistent, meaning over time, if a high-pitched sound is yellow, that sound will always be yellow. For most people, synesthesia is a genetic condition people are born with and will experience their whole life. Some people can develop it by traumatic head injury and resulting in brain damage, as well as taking psychedelic drugs which are known to alter your senses. These events can lead you to experiencing multiple senses at once. Synesthetes can often feel overwhelmed by stimulating environments and may experience sensory overload. Some may feel embarrassed or ashamed for associations that have been created. They may have learned that the perceptions created are different from others and fear it's unacceptable. Synesthetes may feel they do not fit in with everyone because the world is a different experience to them, and they have different associations than most people. For example, if they have named a color synesthesia, they remember the color before someone's name. This may make it difficult for them to remember names. Every time they meet someone new, they are assigned a color, and they often remember the color assigned to them before they remember the name. In 2006, universities from Edinburgh and Glasgow, they concluded that about 4% of the population experiences about one form of synesthesia. It is more common for females to have synesthesia than men. For every one man with synesthesia, there's an estimated 6 women. If you're autistic, you have a 20% chance of having one form of synesthesia. There is no treatment for synesthesia. Many people who have mixed senses say they enjoy experiencing the world with their condition. If you had experienced synesthesia, what form would you like to experience? And if you currently have it, what kind do you have and do you enjoy it? If you have synesthesia or are interested in it, you can find out more information and meet other synesthetes through the organizations listed below. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something new about synesthesia and the way people perceive the world.